So a very good evening from Staplewood, where Southampton, it seems like an age since they were last in league action, but they're back again tonight. The under-23s hosting Blackburn Rovers, both sides with the same number of points in the table. It's live, it's online, and it's on the Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. A very good evening. I'm Ian. Hope for an entertaining night tonight at Southampton's training ground here at Staplewood. Well, it's a very young-looking Southampton side, including that man you just saw on the screen there, Jack Bycroft, who's in goal. It's three centre-backs with O'Driscoll, Capomo and Clare are the centre-backs. Ramsey and Freeman are the wing-backs, with Slattery, Jankovic and Afis in the middle, and Norton up front with Mitchell. So a few players who've progressed this season from the under-18s. The substitutes for Southampton tonight: James Morris, Tommy Scott, Sean Brennan, Cornelius Hansen and Sam Bellis. Four of those were not in the squad at all for the under-23s last season. So that's the Southampton side. We are just over a minute from kick-off. The referee today is Rick Holm. Blackburn Rovers make a few changes as well since their last match, which saw them win 3-1 to Palace in the Premier League Cup. They've got Hilton in goal, a back four of Whitehall, Carter, Barnes and Thompson, with White and Payton in the middle, with Burns, Butterworth and Moles playing just off Vale up front for Blackburn Rovers. A long trip down for them. They'll certainly look to go back up to Lancashire with something. Southampton will hope to get up the traps quickly to try and stop that from happening. So it's been a slightly mixed start for Southampton, really. They'll look to get back to winning ways. They've not won as many games as they would have hoped for so far this campaign, after winning promotion from the PL2 Division 2 last season. Let's see if they can return to winning ways tonight on a pretty cold evening here at the training ground. So Blackburn Rovers then to get us underway. And it's match number 9 of the league season for both of these sides. Already it's out towards Whitehall for Blackburn Rovers. This kick there from Capoma. This is a real chance already. And would you believe it, inside the first 15 seconds. Well, Daniel Butterworth with the finish. It was a great finish, but Southampton will be shell-shocked to concede so early. And without even getting the ball yet, Southampton concede and Blackburn Rovers go 1-0 up. Well, what must he be thinking there, Ruddy Jahidi? A real shock here early on. This is how it came about. Lovely move, to be fair, from Blackburn Rovers. And it was a good play from Vale in the first place. And terrific finish there from Daniel Butterworth. Blackburn Rovers go 1-0 up. Southampton looking for an instant response. Given away that time from Kane Ramsey. No free kick this time. Well, an incredible start then for Blackburn Rovers. This time that's a foul on Callum Slattery. Well, it might take them a few minutes to recover, Southampton, there with that extremely early goal. Let's hope they can recover fairly soonish, though. Here's Slattery again for Southampton. Capoma. O'Driscoll. Too far that time for Freeman. Blackburn Rovers already a goal to the good. Great strike from Butterworth, separating these two sides. Under 23s football here tonight, under the lights, up towards Vale. Here is Capoma once more. Forward to Lucas Tafis. Blackburn coming forward in numbers here. It's another opportunity. Capoma deals with it well there for Southampton. The defender, who was brought up in Guinea. Capoma, he was slotted it seamlessly into the under-18 side last season, but he's made the step up with a number of players out on loan now. The likes of Alfie Jones, for example, has gone to Gillingham. Thomas O'Connor moving on loan to them as well, so it's given players like Capoma an opportunity. Back to Hilton in the Blackburn Rovers goal. Here's Vale, free kick, this time again to Blackburn Rovers. Well, it's been 1 win in 9 in all competitions for Southampton under-23 since that 4-3 win at Manchester City on the opening day. And they've got off to the worst possible start here. Here's a goal scorer, Butterworth to take. In fact, he's going to leave it in the end for Whitehall. Here's Slattery. Just too far there for Jankovic. White. Foul. Blackburn Rovers win the free kick. Goal inside the first 15 seconds here for Blackburn. But for Southampton, they've generally ended stronger than they've started so far this season. 50% of their goals have come in the last half an hour. But they're behind here. Beautiful ball out towards the right. Here's Burns. Burns back to Whitehall. In again. Another dangerous chance. It's a great save that time from Bycroft. It was Vale with the finish. But what an opportunity for Blackburn to go 2-0 up there. Wow, Southampton got away with that one there. It's a great save from Jack Bycroft. Another goalkeeper being given his chance for the under-23s this season, with the likes of Jack Rose going out on loan. So Butterworth giving Blackburn the lead. Val nearly making it 2. 1-0 it still stands. Here's Freeman. Mitchell back to Defease. Slattery. Here he is again. Lovely play. There's from Slattery, was nearly in there. O'Driscoll all the way back there to Bycroft in the Southampton goal. Decent ball. Just too far for Defease. Those are Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers then, same number of points as Southampton in the table. They've played 7, they've got 7 points. But what an opportunity that was to really breathe daylight into this game inside the first 7 minutes, that would have been. Big things expected of goalkeeper Jack Bycroft in the future. Forward this time from Thompson. Goal kick. Bycroft's forward. Given away by Kapoma. Here's Burns. So Southampton looking to settle down here then after that really early goal. It could easily have been 2-0. And this is how it started. Let's have a look at this again. Just 7 or 8 touches really before the ball went into the back of the net. As Kapoma got into some trouble. The assist from Vale. Yeah, still had to do well at the angle, but it was a tidy finish there in the end from Butterworth. His first touch gave him good opportunity, and he took it. Forward from Carter. Out from Slattery. There's 3 in the box currently. Well, Christian Norton was pouncing, but just couldn't quite get there in the end. Easy there for Joe Hilton, who was part of the Everton under-23 side before making the move to Blackburn Rovers. Kapoma. Here is Jack Bycroft. Here's Jack Vale. Back from Tom White. Here's Barnes. Picked up comfortably in the end from Kapoma. Forward again from Carter. Here's Carter again. Header from the Austrian, Christoph Klärer. His 3rd season now as part of the under-23 setup. Christoph Klärer certainly making that place his own. He'll hoping to be banging on the door in the first team in the next year or two, Christoph Klärer. 3 years ago now he signed his first professional deal, and it was a decent header. Saw the ball out of play. Here's Burns. Good defending from Klärer. Kapoma. Here's Mitchell. Now we all know how Kane Ramsey can go down the right-hand side. Can Freeman keep it in play? He can. Lovely football. Slattery, can he provide the finish? He wasn't far off. Southampton's best chance of the game so far. And it nearly crept into the top corner. Lovely football, great understanding there, and nice curl on the ball, but just couldn't quite find the target. Lovely flick back there again, but Mitchell nearly turned provider for the goal there, but wasn't to be. But more promising for Southampton that time. First real opportunity. Blackburn have had the best 2 chances so far. One of them they've taken. One of them just outside the 6-yard box, well saved from Bycroft in the Southampton goal. Here's Butterworth, the goal scorer. Back to White. Whitehall. Whitehall again. Big chip again from White. Well, Blackburn Rovers have been looking pretty comfortable up to that point, but Southampton asking questions a little there for that curling shot over the crossbar that time from Callum Slattery. Look to build on that further in the next few minutes, but it's Blackburn Rovers in possession. It's Payton to White to Carter. Good play, left by Clara, has had a good game so far, certainly the last few minutes especially. And it goes out for a goal kick to Southampton. Well, Southampton ended last season terrifically well, looking to keep that momentum going this season. It's not quite happened so far. But they certainly know where the back of the net is, that's for sure. Last season, their last 20 matches, they scored in all but one of them. And they have been finding the net a few times this season as well. Looking to get that equaliser here, though. Here is Kapoma. DeFeece. DeFeece again. Kapoma. Kieran Freeman. Slattery. My idea just didn't happen in the end. Blackburn Rovers win the goal kick. So, still that goal very, very early on when Southampton just couldn't get the ball off Blackburn. Ending up in the back of the net from Butterworth, but that's been one of 2 good chances for Blackburn Rovers. This was it again. The more you watch it, the better it looks, certainly from that angle. But Southampton growing into the game, and that's good play. Here's Freeman. And there was a deflected shot then from Romello Mitchell. Moved from Birmingham City to sign for Southampton under 23s. He's certainly powerful and intelligent, but couldn't quite find the back of the net there. Here's Slattery. Kapoma. Here's Christian Norton. to Lewis Thompson. This time there's a push on Stefan Moles. A lot of the play has come from that right-hand side for Blackburn, but not a great deal down the left, but he wins a free kick that time for a foul by Kane Ramsey. And now a big opportunity again for Blackburn Rovers. This is how it came about. Dealt with in the end from Kieran Freeman, but he can't prevent it from going out for a corner kick. So quieting down a little the last few minutes. Southampton have had that opportunity from Slattery, which was their only real chance of the game so far, which curled over the crossbar. Let's see if Southampton can deal with this here. To the box, it was a header that time from O'Driscoll, and a handball in the penalty area. Free kick to Southampton, looking to get the ball over the top. Couldn't quite happen that time. Blackburn Rovers still leading by a goal to nil. Here's Samuel Burns. Jack Vale. Here's Kapoma. So just over 20 minutes gone in this one. Still the one goal separating the two sides. Slattery. Certainly worth a go. Easy in the end, though, for Joseph Hilton in the Blackburn Rovers goal. Certainly done better Southampton last 10 minutes, but yet to really test the goalkeeper properly. That was a pretty comfortable save for him, as that shot a few minutes ago. It's that one game early on in the season which wasn't great on Southampton's goal difference when they lost 8-2 to Everton. But certainly a win or two will lift confidence around the place. If they can get an equaliser in the first half, could be a different team in the second. Chipped in, decent ball. This is a real opportunity. Oh, it's taken really, really well. And Vale extends Blackburn Rovers' lead. Two really good finishes for the away side. And inside the first 23 minutes, Blackburn Rovers go even further in front. Lovely finish from the Welshman. But for Southampton, a frustrating start to this game. Southampton 0, Blackburn Rovers 2. Plenty of space to unleash that volley. Lovely finish. Southampton then 23 minutes in, looking now to get a goal back. Otherwise it's going to be a really long night for Saints. Could get worse here for Southampton. And it's a save in the end. Well, Blackburn are really starting to enjoy themselves out there at the moment. O'Driscoll. Forward again from O'Driscoll. One back this time for Blackburn Rovers. Hayden Carter forward. Now this is a good opportunity again. Blocked that time. It was Stephen Moles with a shot. It's back to Isaac Whitehall. Here's Samuel Barnes. Blackburn 2-0 up. Jankovic just loses out there for Southampton. Free kick to Saints. Given away there then. So free kick to the away side. Man on the floor, so there's going to be a little bit of stoppage here as well. Well, plenty to think about here for Ruddy Jahidi. Southampton under-23's coach, side 2-0 down, and it all started off in the worst possible fashion. This is how it happened. Straight from kickoff. Beautiful finish in the end, in the top corner. It was Butterworth. Vale was provider, and he went from being provider to goal scorer. Nearly had a second there. This was a few minutes later. That was inside the first 10 minutes, Jack Vale. So had he scored that, he could have got a brace. The other goal he scored. So that was a big opportunity for Blackburn to go 2-0 up. And eventually they did. Jack Vale brought it down really, really well. It was a beautiful finish. Nothing that Jack Bycroft could have done in the Southampton goal. And the goal scorer of the second goal, who's been the main man for Blackburn Rovers so far, receiving treatment on the far side. Looks like he'll be okay though. We're inside the first 27 minutes, 18 to half time. Southampton haven't really got going yet at all. They've had 2 weak shots on target, one which went just over the crossbar from Slattery. It's a very, very young looking Southampton side though, nonetheless. Here's Slattery again. Free kick given the other way. Well, it's really starting to flare up there. Stephen Moles in the action there for Blackburn Rovers. Referee's going to have a word here with Jankovic for that. So yellow card about to be produced for Jankovic, which is just going to slow the game down a little. Yellow card for each, one for Stephen Moles as well. And this is what it was for. This is what led to the incident. Referee gave the free kick the other way, this time to Blackburn Rovers. And then Stefan Moles and Jankovic, a little bit of afters. And then after that, Christian Norton got involved as well, but no yellow for him. Has been fairly stop-start. There's been plenty of stoppage. Eventually there is a yellow card that time for Christian Norton. So a yellow card each there for Christian Norton and Alex Jankovic. One for Stefan Moles. But it has slowed down quite considerably last 6-7 minutes. We've not seen a great deal of football, apart from a couple of long stoppages. So we may have a fair bit of injury time as well going into half-time. So Hilton to take the free kick. Here is a man who's just received their yellow card. Moles out towards the left-hand side. Here's Vale. Opens up again. It's another terrific finish. 3 brilliant finishes for Blackburn. And Southampton's night is getting more and more frustrating. A brace for Daniel Butterworth. It's 3-0 to Blackburn Rovers. To be fair, 2 very similar volleys. The second goal and the third goal, both different players. But how well are those two linking up tonight? Once again, Vale, who scored 1, set up 2 now. And Butterworth has scored 2. The first inside the first 15 seconds. The second here had too much space to pull the trigger, but he did exactly that. And once again, it leaves Bykoff with no chance in the Southampton goal. Here's Kapoma, oh, he runs into trouble. Here's Moles. Payton. Whitehall. Given away well. Blackburn Rovers go 3-0 up. 3 excellent shots in the end. But all 3 goals, you say they had too much space inside the box. (3-0) Blackburn Rovers lead. They've had a fairly consistent last few games, though, to be honest, Blackburn. They've, out their last 6, they've won 3, lost 3. They've lost 1, lost 1, lost 1. But at the moment, they're heading for back-to-back wins with this 3-0 lead. Back from Carter. Forward to Vale. Here's Kapoma. Slightly risky, but he did well there in the end for Southampton. Mitchell. Slattery. Nice football for Southampton, back to Slattery. Aaron O'Driscoll. Daniel Butterworth. Well, this could get even better for Blackburn here. A free kick in a very dangerous position. Referee about to produce a yellow card here as well. And it's Callum Slattery who's going to go into the book this time. That's 3 Southampton players now on yellow cards inside the first 35 minutes. Another yellow card, so Southampton need to be careful here with 3 players in the book. So Daniel Butterworth could well take this free kick. Could be a hat-trick. If he fancies this one, he'd probably do the sensible thing. He's going to leave it potentially for Benjamin Payton. But Butterworth, what a moment this would be for him if he scored a hat-trick inside the first 35 minutes. Southampton will certainly hope that doesn't happen. Bycroft organising his defence. And it is Butterworth. And it's a good save. Oh, and it was so close. Great save from Bycroft. Samuel Burns will feel he should have scored the rebound. Sails over the crossbar. And Butterworth wasn't too far off getting his hat-trick either. Great save originally. To be fair, he was under a little bit of pressure, but sails wide, or over the crossbar, I should say. But he felt he should have certainly found the top corner there. Really, Blackburn really should have gone 4-0 up there. Southampton survived that time. Headed away from Isaac Whitehall. Started his career at Wimbledon before moving to Chelsea, then Southampton. The likes of DeFeece, Mitchell, Norton, Kapoma, Freeman, all being given opportunities this season, making the step up from under-18s football. Ball too heavy there from DeFeece. Payton. Pass there from Tom White. There's again, lovely flick. Opens up, here's Vale. Now another chance here for Blackburn. It just got under Stefan Moles. Danger's not over just yet. Certainly risky, but confident goalkeeping. And a lovely chip to go with it there from Jack Bycroft. Freeman away for Southampton. Here's Samuel Barnes. Hayden Carter. Benjamin Payton. One of a few changes for Blackburn in their side tonight after their 3-1 win at Crystal Palace in the Premier League Cup. There was Rankin, Costello and Chapman on the goals there, but neither playing tonight. Foul on Slattery that time. Southampton win a free kick. Well, look at this for confident goalkeeping. Not once but twice. This time from Bycroft with a cheeky chip as well to go with it. Still 3-0 to Blackburn. Southampton, their last game was a 1-1 draw against Stoke City. After Dannon Lundalu had given Southampton the lead, Dunwoody equalising from 20 yards for the away side. That game finished. Here it is very, very comfortable so far for Blackburn Rovers. There's Jankovic. That's better. Slattery with a pass. Here's Freeman. Kapoma. Again forward. Forward from Whitehall. O'Driscoll. Finds Clara. So stoppage time is imminent. It's found that time on Stefan Moles. Southampton's last win in the PL2 Division 2 was away at Wolves, on Division 1 I should say, on the 27th of September. Goals from Norton and O'Driscoll. giving Southampton the win then. But currently, it's Blackburn Rovers who are having it all their way so far. Three minutes of added time indicated from the fourth official. We're into it now. Here's Tom White. Out from Payton. Away from O'Driscoll. Certainly danger's not over. Despite a bit of pressure there from Samuel Burns. Southampton who picked the ball up there. O'Driscoll to Clara, back to O'Driscoll. Kapoma. Aaron O'Driscoll. Back from Defease. So more added time is going to be indicated here by the looks of things. This time it's Tom White on the floor. Here at Staplewood. Blackburn Rovers coaching team will certainly be delighted going into half-time with this 3-0 advantage as they look to extend it further here with a minute to go of injury time. Kane Ramsey to take the throw. Made his debut a year ago now, nearly. Made his senior debut against Manchester City at the age of 18. Only just turned 18 as well. Ten months ago. Need to get him into the game in the second half, that's for sure. Make those driving runs down that right-hand side. This time there's a foul on Whitehall and it's very stop-start again. 3 minutes is pretty much up, but they're going to have a bit longer now because of these couple of fouls. This time a foul on Isaac Whitehall. Quick glance at the watch from the referee. And there is the whistle. Referee Rick Holm blows his whistle on what has been a disappointing first half for Southampton, but for Blackburn, they're going from strength to strength, and it started off in the best possible fashion for Blackburn and the worst possible way for Southampton. And it all stemmed from kickoff, and this is how it happened. Blackburn Rovers going 1-0 up. It was a great finish, and Blackburn Rovers since then have gone from strength to strength, scoring 2 goals inside the first 20 minutes. Here was the first. Terrific finish, and that would be the first of 2 goals in the first half for Daniel Butterworth. Then things got even better for Blackburn and even worse for Southampton. This time Vale went from provider to goal scorer, And the third goal was fairly similar to the second. This time it was Butterworth, and again Vale with 2 assists and 1 goal for him. You say that was even crisper, that strike, this time from Butterworth into the bottom corner. 1 touch was needed. Bycroft can't really be said could have done too much about any of those, but Southampton have it all to do in the second half. We'll be back for live second half online TV coverage on the Saints FC Facebook page, YouTube channel, and we'll be back in just under 15 minutes time. Half time here though at Southampton's training ground here at Staplewood. It's Southampton under 23s 0, Blackburn Rovers 3. Welcome back to Southampton training ground here at Staplewood, where things are going very, very well for Blackburn, but things going very frustratingly for Southampton. Blackburn Rovers lead by 3-0, and they're about to make a substitution. They do exactly that with Butterworth coming off and Jalil Sadi coming on. Butterworth, who scored 2 goals for Blackburn Rovers. Looks like he's the man who's going to be replaced. So Blackburn 3-0 up. The other goal scorer tonight was Jack Vale. Let's see if Southampton can at least get a goal first 5-10 minutes of the second half, and then at least maybe try and make a game of it here in the second half. But we're here live online via the Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. So Southampton will go through those sides in a second for the home side, as it goes out for a throw already for Blackburn Rovers on this near left-hand side. So, as for Blackburn Rovers then, they've got Hilton in goal. Whitehall, Carter, Barnes and Thompson at the back. White and Payton in the middle, with Burns and Moles playing just off Sadi and Vale. As for Southampton, Bycroft in goal. Ramsey, O'Driscoll, Kapoma, Clara and Freeman, the 5 at the back, with Freeman and Ramsey playing very much as wing-backs. Slattery, Yankovic and DeFeece in the middle, with Norton up front with Mitchell. Southampton subs: James Morris, Tommy Scott, Sean Brennan, Cornelius Hansen and Sam Bellis. As Blackburn already an opportunity here to make it 4, and it's not too far off either. Stefan Moles just wide of the post. Blackburn's other subs: Aidan Dowling, Enzo Biomo, Daniel Pike and Jake Garrett. What a chance for Blackburn to really rub salt into the wounds here. Fortunately for Southampton, it went wide. First match in 5 days for Southampton. They're away against Leicester on Friday. Followed by matches against Feyenoord at home in the International Cup, then Brighton at home to come in the league. So games coming in thick and fast now for the under-23s. Match number 8 of the league season for Saints. Currently second from bottom in the table. Here's Clara. O'Driscoll. Kapoma. Back from DeFeece. Clara. DeFeece. O'Driscoll to Clara. Clara. Asking a little here. The goalkeeper getting himself a little bit of trouble, but does well the second time. Hilton goes from one goalie to another, this time into the arms of Jack Bycroft, or it was about to be, but he kicks it out instead. Christian Norton. Christian Norton, the London-born striker, joined the club in 2015. He is a striker by trade, but he can also play in midfield as well. He's certainly got some versatility. Can he or any other forward for Southampton tonight bring them back into life? Quiet start to this second half. Blackburn will be delighted with the way it's panned out early on here, first 5 minutes of the second half. Well, like Southampton, Blackburn haven't played very often recently in the league either. Their last match wasn't until the end of September against Derby County. Summers a goal kick to Blackburn Rovers. Payton. Great tackle there, this time from Jankovic. Can that put Southampton away? Here's Ramsey. Ramsey to Mitchell. Ramsey with a throw. Norton just couldn't quite find the finish. Here's Isaac Whitehall. Carter. Here's Carter again. Here's Barnes. So still continues to be quiet this second half, with inside the first 8 minutes here. Slattery. One back from Moles. Slattery appeals. And the referee points to the spot. This time for a push on Callum Slattery. And he was quick to point as well. And it was a push on Callum Slattery, and now it's an opportunity for him to get at least a goal here for Southampton to make things a little bit more interesting here. Callum Slattery is now one of the most experienced players on the pitch for Southampton. Can he get Southampton's first goal of the night? He certainly can. It was a decent penalty. Southampton get a goal back. Now we could be in for a more interesting final 36 minutes here. First goal of the night for Southampton. It's Southampton 1, Blackburn 3. Hopefully that will get Southampton going then on what was, I was saying, a slow start to the second half. Here's the penalty again. No problems whatsoever for Callum Slattery. Certainly knows how to take a penalty. Slattery is a great set-piece taker as well. Southampton can get another goal now next 5-10 minutes. It could be in for a really interesting last 25 minutes or so. Callum Slattery, out of all the players on the pitch today, has been in the under-23s for Southampton the longest. And he was pushed inside the penalty area. Referee, no hesitation to point to the spot. And he found the back of the net really well. This time is a free kick to Blackburn Rovers. Headed on this time from O'Driscoll. Ramsey with a throw. Straight back to Bycroft. Clara. Lovely trickery from Jankovic. Well, Blackburn were 3-0 up. They're now 3-1 up. Not looking as comfortable as it was for them. Southampton with the only goal so far of the second half. No free kick given there, though. No real thoughts there for the referee to give it. Certainly in his mind, he wasn't ever going to give that anyway. We're inside the first 12 minutes of the second half. Here's Benjamin Payton. Good tackle. Here's Mitchell. He might provide the finish. Went for the pass, too short. Here's Jalil Suddy, the substitute. Here he is again. It's man on the floor for Blackburn Rovers. Southampton about to make their first substitution. Cornelius Hansen is imminent. So that was the decision there. A foul inside the box. Slattery stepped up very confidently. That's given Southampton a little bit of a lifeline. So Cornelius Hansen on. So there's going to be a little bit more stoppage here then. So Southampton will hope that it doesn't really slow the tempo down too much. Southampton getting that goal, which has given them some kind of hope here at the training ground. It's Kieran Freeman who's gone off for Southampton then. So he's gone off and Hansen's come on. So that's a substitution. Southampton's first substitution of the evening. Cornelius Hansen has had a bit of experience of under-23s football last season. Again, the other players on the substitutes bench are extremely young. James Morris, Tommy Scott, Sean Brennan and Sam Bellis. Here's Christophe Clara. Good tackle there from Jack Vale, who's been good on and off the ball tonight. Played a part in all of Blackburn Rovers' goals so far. Well, the return fixture between these two sides won't be till next year. Probably likely to be at the main base of Blackburn Rovers at the Lancashire FA headquarters, but got a fair few people in here tonight watching this game. We've seen 4 goals, 3 for Blackburn, 1 for Southampton, as we pass the hour mark here. Ball's just too far there for the substitute Cornelius Hansen. You were saying in the first half, Southampton haven't really had too much trouble scoring goals so far this season, despite not getting the results so far what they'd have wanted. And they've got on the score sheet here tonight. They ended the last season really, really well, scoring 31 goals in 12 in all competitions. Can they get a second goal here tonight? Not that time. Oh, only half away from the goalkeeper. Can Southampton capitalise here? Is that a foul? No, says the referee on Jankovic. Tackle from Ramsey. Throw from Thompson. Kane Ramsey to take the throw. Here's Clara. Heavy touch. Last 28 minutes of the game then to come. Ball over, decent ball. Thompson brings it down well for Blackburn. Lewis Thompson, England under-16 international, played for Northern Ireland as well, but he gives the ball away. And now Southampton on the breakaway. Here's Jankovic. Oh, just behind everybody. Still an opportunity. And straight to the goalkeeper. Hansen with the shot on the end. Tried to find the corner, couldn't quite that time. Back from Carter. Ramsey. Decent ball now, and Southampton nearly got in there with Hansen. Does come off a Blackburn head, but Southampton win a throw instead. Saying about Southampton's fixtures, Blackburn's games don't get much easier. They've got Liverpool and Chelsea away their next 2 games. They're also in international cup action soon against Hertha Berlin. Here's De Vries. Benjamin Payton gets it away for them. Still the only goal of the second half coming for Southampton. That penalty from Callum Slattery. After 2 goals from Butterworth and 1 from Vale in the first half for Rovers. Just a word there for Slattery. He's already gone into the book in the first half. Referee saying no more. Slight worried expression there on Callum Slattery, but no yellow card that time. Had he received one, he would have been sent off. Same substitutes there. James Morris, Sam Bellis, Sean Brennan. All could be called into action over the next few minutes or so. Last 25 minutes here of normal time. Here's Thompson. Good tackle. Ramsey. Mitchell. This time a foul from Kane Ramsey. Blackburn win the free kick instead. Aidan Carter with a free kick. Cleared from Clara. Norton. One back from Carter. Oh, free kick's given to Blackburn this time. Well, Saints have done a lot better in the second half. They've restricted Blackburn to very little going forward. Blackburn had a number of chances in the first half, took 3 of them. But this time a free kick's given to Blackburn. Certainly looked like it was going to be given the other way straight away, but the referee, Rick Holm, straight for a free kick to the away side. And they've not really had any major opportunities, Blackburn, particularly in the second half. But they've got a free kick in a pretty dangerous position here, halfway through the second half. And it could be Stephen Moles to take, who was certainly dangerous for Blackburn in the first half. Well, certainly a baffling decision, to say the least. Looks like Moles is the one who's going to take this for the away side. Unless they have anything else up their sleeve here. Could well lay it off. Oh, it's a good save. Really well saved there. He's made a few of those, Jack Bycroft, in the first half. He's made another one there. You have to say, despite conceding 3 goals, he's had a good game, Jack Bycroft. The 3 goals that went in, he couldn't really have anything to do with them. No real chance. Sorts of that there, though, that time. Here's Hayden Carter. He's had a solid game at Blackburn, Hayden Carter, today. He can play anywhere across the back or even midfield. Another former Manchester City player was on their books. And he calmly plays it across. Off the foot of Vale that time. Away from Clara. James Morris is about to come on for Southampton. Southampton's second substitution about to be made. So it is going to be Morris coming on and Kapoma coming off. So it's a like-for-like substitution here. The 17-year-old young defender coming on. So he's on. Cornelius Hansen's come on. So Freeman went off earlier. And now Kapoma coming off for Southampton as well. Blackburn took the lead inside the first 15 seconds. They extended the lead further and then further again before half-time. 3-0 it was at half-time. So, but for those 15 seconds, Southampton have been behind the whole match. This time by 2 goals though, not by 3. But if they can get a second goal soonish, then who knows what could happen. 3-1 Blackburn lead though, and they've started to look a little more comfortable, Blackburn, last 10 minutes or so. Good run. Excellent tackle from Clara, who's played well tonight. Here's Hansen. Too far for Christian Norton. Well, Southampton have also been in leasing.com trophy action. Narrow defeats against Walsall and Forest Green. They've got Coventry to come, though, in the group stages. Certainly excellent experience for these younger players to play in matches like that. And that's good perseverance from Jankovic to win the tackle. Saints, who finished second last season, they narrowly lost out on goal difference to Wolves, which is a bitter pill to swallow to do so, but they recovered well in the playoffs. Over the years, last few years, they finished 6th in Division 2 before that, before being relegated from the top flight in 2017, but they've slowly moved their way back up and looking to stay up again this season. If they can produce an unlikely comeback here, it really could start to get their season moving. Still a big ask though, 17 minutes left of normal time. Chipped up towards Clara. James Morris. Back to Bycroft, who's in trouble here. And he got away with that one. Still on the floor though. Back up onto his feet now. Here's Tom White. Lewis Thompson. He was part of the Manchester United Academy once as well, Thompson. Made that left-back slot his own. Now it's over on that right-hand side. Here's Stefan Moles once more. At the moment, Blackburn heading all the way back up north with 3 points. Here's Tom White. Ball too far for Lewis Thompson. Well, he got away with it in the end. Well, saying in the first half, he's getting his opportunity now with Kingsley Latham moving out on loan to Havant and Waterlooville. Jack Rose going on loan to Walsall, the two goalkeepers. But outfield, a number of players are being given opportunities as well. Likes of Marcus Barnes going to Eastleigh on loan, Alfie Jones to Gillingham, Tariq Johnson to Woking. So good experience for those players. A number have been called up recently over the last year with the senior side, which means that a combination in all of that with a couple of injuries means that this side is very, very young tonight. Coming on is Sean Brennan, Southampton's third and final substitution. While this stoppage continues, here was that earlier penalty, a foul just inside the penalty area. And it's Callum Slattery who stepped up. Straight down the middle, no problems whatsoever. Well, Sean Brennan is an 18-year-old Irishman. Coming onto the pitch. Still not going to be brought on just yet. Here's Slattery, the goal scorer for Southampton. Ramsey, Jankovic. Decent ball, caused some problems. It's a corner kick to Southampton. Lovely ball from Ramsey. It was Jankovic with the cross. He certainly put himself about in the second half. Well dealt with though. Samuel Barnes behind for a corner kick. Callum Slattery for Southampton. Asked a few problems, but dealt with again from Blackburn Rovers. Hansen to Morris. Morris to Clara, not quite that time. Here's Thompson. So substitution then for Southampton. Brennan eventually does make his way to the field. It is Christian Norton who comes off. Sean Brennan is an Irish native. Made the switch in 2017. Represented Ireland from levels under 15 to under 17 level. He's a midfielder, an attacking midfielder. Let's see if he can cause some problems here to the Blackburn Rovers defence. Blackburn are very solid and organised though. They've been very good attacking wise at times, certainly in the first half. They've been quieter in the second, but credit to Southampton. Trying to block that threat, but now Blackburn coming forward this time. It's Moles, and it's a free header, and he should have scored. Jalil Sardi. Well, that really would have killed the contest. That would have sent Blackburn back with the win. And you have to say, this should have sent Blackburn home with the win guaranteed. Should at least be hitting the target. Plenty of space, no one around him. Jalil Sardi will be disappointed there. Relief for Jack Bycroft in the Southampton goal. Good tackle there once more from Jankovic. Lewis Thompson to take the throw. Another chance here. across a push. Right on the edge of the penalty area. Didn't give it at first. This time for a foul on Jack Vale. Well, Blackburn had a free kick about 5 yards a bit further back, about 15 minutes ago, but they've got another chance here, a little bit nearer to the penalty area. There's Jack Vale again. Well, one player's already got 2 goals today, that's Daniel Butterworth. Now Vale once again in the action himself. Decent position for him, very decent. Could be Jack Vale, or it could be Benjamin Payton. Payton fancied it earlier. He might have another go. In fact, it's harmlessly over the crossbar from Jack Vale. Less than 9 minutes of normal time to go. Southampton starting to run out of time here. Southampton looking for their second win of the season after that win at Wolves last month. But they're not going to get it tonight. They're going to have to wait until Leicester away on Friday if they're to do so. So things starting to go with Blackburn Rovers now. They've got free kicks just where they want them. This time for a foul on Moles. Push from James Morris, a substitute. Tom White might fancy this on the edge of the box. If he had the potential to play it across to him, but went for the cross into the near post. It's a corner kick to Blackburn. Not had too many corners at all in the second half, the away side. They've got one now, and they will take their time with it as well. With the left foot headed away from Clara, back into an area. Volley towards goal and not too far off. Saints need to get it up the field quickly. O'Driscoll. Back from Clara. Here's Romelu Mitchell. Oh, the flag's up, not to be. Bit of anticipation there in the final third. That could have made it a little bit of a grandstand finish. Southampton could have finished there, but offside. And instead, it is a free kick to Blackburn Rovers. Good tackle there. Here comes Ramsey. No, not to be. Head touch too heavy. Throw to Blackburn Rovers instead. Less than 5 minutes to go. Another throw for Southampton. Ramsey to take the throw. Forward from Slattery. Brennan. Here's Sardi. Samuel Burns, free kick. Another player about to go into the book. Well, there are 3 players went into the book in the first half, but this time it is a yellow card for Kane Ramsey. Can't really have too many complaints about that one. Blackburn looking to try and keep possession here. Southampton, everyone back now at the moment. Chipped in from Stefan Moles, headed behind, corner kick. Payton with the corner. And away from Ramsey. Another corner, so Blackburn have it just where they want it. Just over 90 seconds left. But a fair few substitutions. I'd imagine we'll have about 4 minutes of stoppage time. Short corner to Vale. Got a touch to it there by Crofts. In from Sardi. Well, got a faint touch to it in the end. Didn't go out for a corner though. It's a throw for Blackburn Rovers. Lewis Thompson with the throw. It's almost corner flag time for Blackburn. Up towards Romelu Mitchell. Just that one goal for Southampton then. It was that penalty from Slattery. Blackburn did all the damage in the first half. Stoppage time is imminent. One back from Slattery. Here's Thompson. 4 minutes of added time indicated from the fourth official. But it looks like it is going to be Blackburn Rovers' night tonight. One to move on from for Southampton. Can Morris keep it in play? He can. Slattery's pass, back to Slattery. Here's Brennan. Reaction from Southampton under-23's coach Ruddy Shahidi to come on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and also on our official website, southamptonfc.com. All to come after this game. Let's get his thoughts from what he's seen tonight. He'll certainly be happier for the second half than the first, but all the damage was done in the first half, which means Blackburn are set to come away here with a win, despite Slattery's penalty early on in the second half. Here's O'Driscoll. Jankovic. Blackburn now just looking to see the game out with just over 2 minutes of added time left. And Thompson again to take the throw for Blackburn Rovers. Certainly been a learning curve for some of the younger players so far this season. This would have been the case again today against Blackburn for these young Southampton players. Here's Hansen. Well, Blackburn could have made it 4-0 just before half-time, so at least Southampton got that goal back to make it 3-1, but couldn't quite find that goal to really make it interesting. They might get one here, but again, they've only got 90 seconds. Chipped in, too far this time for Jankovic, and it is going to go out for a goal kick to Blackburn Rovers instead. Last minute now of injury time. So Southampton, last match, as you're saying, was a 1-1 draw against Stoke, but not to be today. No point or three. They are losing, and they are going to lose imminently to Blackburn Rovers with about 30 seconds left on the clock. Here's Sean Brennan, back to Clara. Good football from Blackburn is Stefan Moles. Here's Vale. And nearly crept in then, but it went behind the net and out for a goal kick, and that will probably be the last action of the game. Frustrated with himself, he didn't score, but certainly done his bit tonight for Blackburn. And once this ball goes in the air, the referee is surely about to blow his whistle. And he does. Slightly better from Southampton in the second half, but it was Blackburn who did the damage in the first. All 3 goals coming, including one inside the first 15 seconds. For Ruddy Shahidi, frustrating for the under-23s coach. Southampton stay second from bottom, but let's see if they can improve when they play Leicester on Friday. There were positives in the second half, but unfortunately for Southampton, they go away empty-handed with 3 goals inside the first 45 minutes. Full time here at Staplewood, 3-1 to Blackburn Rovers. So thanks very much for watching then this evening here on the Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. We'll be back very soon for Southampton's next home game here for live under-23s football. That will be in early November time. But for Saints, 3 goals for Blackburn Rovers. 2 came in the end from Daniel Butterworth, 1 from Jack Vale, 3 really good finishes and a penalty from Callum Slattery for Southampton. But in the end, they couldn't stage a fight back. It's Blackburn who get the 3 points. Full time here involving the under-23s at the Saints training ground. It finished Southampton 1, Blackburn Rovers 3.